What's up, my crypto homies? I hope all is well in the cryptoverse for you tonight, today, this morning, this afternoon, whenever you watch this. The Bitcoin dump has taken a break. My last video, I talked about those horizontal lines here. The yellow is the top of this range here. The white is the bottom of this range here. This is the daily chart, daily candles. Bitcoin is just kind of hovering around there. The last candle that closed is a bit of a bullish reversal looking guy. See the thin body and the long wick on the bottom. So that's two big bullish wicks there, but it's hard to tell when it comes off a big dump. It just I don't trust any of that action really. So let's not talk about it a whole lot. So, okay, my analysis for a long time now has been that we are right here in this point in time. This is not the Bitcoin chart. It looks just like it. This is from like 4 years or so before this last pump. This is like a 7-year-old chart. Bitcoin's just been following it. For those of you that follow my channel, you know what I've been saying. So this last dump I was saying was going to be like a $2,000 red candle. This turned out to be like a $1,500 red candle. And if you notice this slope down here, see this slope from here? What does that look like on my chart I've been showing? What does that match up with, folks? Look at this descending channel, my little scissor channels here. Look, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it's very interesting, right? There's the $1,500, $1,600 red candle. And then what if Bitcoin used this channel to just slowly bounce off of? What does that look like? What would that look like? What would that look like? This thing has been so accurate for the last 3.5 years. It's kind of frightening to think this is basically calling the news. That's what it basically boils down to at this point. That's my opinion. This thing is basically just calling the future news events. Look at that. Look how well that matches up. Look at that. This would be about 14,000, 12,000. If this were 15, 16,000 here, this would be about 12, 14,000, which would probably be the real bottom. And I wouldn't be surprised if that came true, just based on everything I've been watching for. This was 2020 all the way back here, and this is 2023. Right? This will be like the middle of 2023, right through here. So, or sorry, I got lost there. Right through here, right? So, okay, let's get off that. What I want to talk about? What else I want to talk about? Oh, one of my favorite indicators is not technical indicators, is a sentiment indicator. What I'll do is I'll go and I'll just type in Bitcoin, and I'll click on today. For those of you who don't know, there's a filter over here. You can watch last hour, today, this week, this month, this year, all kinds of different filters you can run. If you want to get current Bitcoin videos, you can go do that. You can get hour videos, today videos. Okay, so I clicked on today, and yesterday, basically every channel was saying it was red, red dumping, crashing, terrible negative sentiment. And today's kind of the same, although some of them are putting out bullish stuff, saying they're going to buy. Here's George, Cryptos RS, the ultimate HUD squad leader. He's the Bitcoin dream over due to Silvergate, and it's just his thumbnail and title. I'm sure in the video he's still not saying anything too terrible, but this is just my indicator. Not the videos themselves, but the titles and the thumbnails I just use as an indicator. They're not all super negative, but still a lot of negative stuff. So I was gonna make this video earlier, and what I was gonna say, when I get worried is when all the YouTubers are super bullish, then I basically call dumps, and when they all get super negative, I basically want to say watch out for the pump, right? And that's kind of what this was. This was about 6 hours ago. This was about 9 p.m. or so Central Time. Big pump up to 21,640, 650, and it's not on the daily chart. It's not. Go over the daily chart. You can't even really notice it. It's this little wick. It's that little wick right there. But don't be surprised, right? If everyone turns negative in sentiment, that's the whales just have to love the YouTube community, because that's when it'll happen. Because everyone will put in their shorts, and then the whales will make it go poink, right? And watch out. It could still come up here and hit its head. This should be good resistance, the bottom of this channel, but watch out for the pump, right? When everyone gets super negative and super bearish, watch out for the pump. When the HUD squad has negative thumbnails and negative titles, watch out for the pump, right? That's just how this works. And I think the whales just have to love the YouTube community, doing that to their hundreds of thousands of viewers, right? It's like a dream come true for the professionals, right? Just mauling the public over and over and over. So, okay, what else I want to talk about? Just watch out for the pump. My long-term analysis still is the same, right? I'm just saying now. We've had a we've had a 13%. Let's see what it is now. The dump so far. This is the dump away from my blue vertical line, February 24th. For those that watched, this is the dump away. I was wasn't sure there for a few days. I haven't talked about that. 13.5% so far, the dump from the top. The last one from the January, the blue vertical lines are the futures expiration date, last Friday of the month. The last one last month was 12.24%. Right now we're sitting at 13.5%. And for those of you new to this, these blue vertical lines have a gravitational effect on Bitcoin. If it pumps up towards those dates, it'll dump away from them, right? The last 2 months have done that. See that? This one was actually 3 days before where it topped, but this is still the dump away from it. But with that being said, right, look at last month after the 12% dump. What happened? What happened? 12.24%, whatever. And it pumped, turn around, pumped 17, turn around and pumped 18.5%. So watch out for the pump, right? Because everyone turns negative. That's when the whales will come in and eat the minnows, right? They'll just set the trap every single time. So watch out. This looks like it's kind of this could be a fake. This could just be a pause and it comes down, right? But now that everyone's negative and there's this bad news, that's when there could be That's when there could be a trap set, right? So watch out, folks. Watch out for the quick boom. I don't know, but I'm just saying, watch out, right? They can make a lot of money doing that. But if it does do that, I'm pretty sure it's still coming down. But there should be a pump of some sort in March. It usually happens every month, regardless of anything. And it could be now, or it could just be later. This March is just beginning. It's a long month, 31 days. And the last Friday of the month is actually March 31st. So that makes this a long one, right? 35 days between the last Friday each month. I've never seen one that long. So there could be, but it's just hard telling. This it's not a carbon copy, right? So maybe this is kind of where we're at now, right? Maybe this is what just happened. Maybe it's not exactly perfect, right? Maybe this just happened and this is where we're at now, and it's going to pump a little, right? So it's it's not perfect, but it is interesting, right? It is interesting how that parallel channel I have, regardless if it pumps or dumps from here. It is interesting. It does kind of look like that's setting up, right, to ride that channel down for the rest of the March. Interesting. And so what else I got to talk about? I guess that's about it. Be careful. Oh, that's what I want to say. See this whole structure. Now I've been talking about since February 15th when this big green candle showed up here. This guy here, this big green one. Ever since this guy showed up, I said it was artificial pump because it was real low volume. It's just a small number of whales or someone out there, just the composite man, right? It's a low volume pump. It was basically a setup, right? Someone probably wanted out of Bitcoin. It could be a number of things, but just it's just an artificial pump, right? So instead of getting out at 21 or 22, they could get out up here at 25. And plus, they've probably entered shorts, right? And they're probably, anyways, this whole green guy, right? All that money that came in here has likely exited. See how we're back down here exactly where I started. And I see this pattern repeatedly on a 5-minute chart. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. I'll end this video showing you this. This just happened today. I was gonna make this video earlier and I didn't. I was gonna say watch out for the pump. So maybe that's just the pump right there. Maybe the pump doesn't come any higher than 24,000, 23,000. But just be careful. Be careful of just putting in big shorts, right? Be careful. So like I had a short in here and I had my stop loss set like right up here, right? And I've seen this happen so many times. I saw this starting to just jerk up real fast, and I actually closed my stop loss because I'm just getting wise to what's going on, right? And I just let it come up, right? And it came all the way back down, even super low, way down here, right? So there's gonna probably be traps. So watch out for the pumps, right? Because what happens when everyone gets negative and puts in shorts? Well, the whales are just like they were stop loss hunting, right? This was a little short squeeze, right? Little short squeeze and stop loss, stop losses getting stopped out. That's what that is. And then boom, see how it's all taken out. See how it's that same structure. I see this on the 5-minute chart all the time now, and this is the 5-minute chart, right? So this is a 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. This is like about an hour. This whole structure is about an hour in time, a little longer maybe. But what does that look like? It's not perfect, but what does that look like? What does that look like? Let's get my scribble off. This is the daily chart from my cat says hi. I wonder if they heard her. Get up fast. He's feeling good. What's going on, fast? So this basically is set up for this started about 14th, about February 10th, February 11th. That's kind of flat here. And what does that look like? Right, this is the daily chart. This is that massive pump, February 15th. And what does this look like? What does that structure look like? Go to the 5-minute chart. What does that look like? Right, it's not identical, but it's the same thing happening, right? See the setup for it. A few candles into it, it's a setup. It's kind of here it comes. What does that look like, right? Daily chart, right? See that? That's just a trick they play. So beware of the pump. If it does pump, it's likely going to dump, right? It's fake pump, right? If there will be a pump coming in the near future, it's basically going to probably look something like this, right? This will be the structure. Maybe it'll be bigger, and maybe it'll be on the hour chart, the 3-hour chart, right? Maybe it'll be bigger and taller and more powerful, but it's basically going to go do that, right? It's basically going to do this. Oops. Basically going to do this, right? So the thing is, though, is the news is true. It's not. This isn't just a piece of FUD, right? This could get bad. So watch out for my analysis. Of this. This is probably going to happen regardless. But I did want to point that out that it could do a little pumpy into the dumpy. So like right now, the dump from it, where there should be at some point in time, wherever that is, there should be a 10% pump at some point in time. I don't think it's going to pump 10% from here, but watch out for pump though. And wherever this dump does stop, there should be a 10% pump. And then, but then still watch out for the dump down to March 31st, right? And then April with a little pump, right? And then whatever happens here. But anyways, that's it. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good morning. Whenever you watch this. As always, thanks for watching.